If you love solo leveling, we've got an anime-packed lineup just for you. From epic dungeon crawls to overpowered protagonists, we're diving into the best anime that capture that same power fantasy, jaw-dropping battles, and insane transformations. Stick around, because you might just find your next binge-worthy obsession. Let's get started. Before we jump in, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to Waz Up Nerd Insider, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on the latest anime, gaming, and nerd culture deep dives. Now let's get into it. Starting off with Tower of God, this series stands as a standout in the world of fantasy, much like solo leveling. Within this world, the tower calls upon individuals known as regulars, offering them anything they desire, provided they can ascend to the top. Bam's journey begins when he follows Rachel, the beacon of his life, into the tower, where she claims she must go. Despite not being summoned like others, Bam's devotion to Rachel compels him to enter. Through sheer determination, he unlocks the tower gates, becoming an irregular, an exceedingly rare phenomenon in this world. Much like Jinwoo, Bam is willing to face overwhelming challenges to protect those dear to him, bearing burdens alone if necessary. Next up, Demon Slayer has taken the world by storm, blending powerful heroes and villains with rich backstories to create an unforgettable experience. The protagonist, Tanjiro Kamado, embarks on a mission to cure demonism and restore his sister Nezuko's humanity. As Tanjiro hones his Slayer skills, Nezuko begins to unlock her own demon powers. Together, they battle demons and edge closer to the Demon King, Muzan Kibutsuji. Tanjiro's willingness to face certain doom in pursuit of strength to protect his loved ones mirrors the essence of solo leveling Sung Jinwoo, who relentlessly pushes himself to new limits to ensure the safety of those he cares about. Shifting gears, Overlord has captivated audiences with its morally complex protagonist, Ainz Olgaon. A skilled gamer, Ainz finds himself trapped in the virtual world of Yggdrasil after the game's server shut down, forcing him to accept his new reality. In a similar vein to solo leveling, both Ainz and Jinwoo find themselves navigating a world filled with danger, uncovering mysteries, and growing stronger with every challenge. However, while Ainz is a player stuck inside a game, Jinwoo's transformation into a player in the real world offers a unique twist of fate that sets solo leveling apart. Moving on, Is It Wrong to Try to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? Takes place in the bustling city of Oreo, where gods and mortals coexist. Bel Cranel, a young adventurer, dreams of becoming the greatest hero. When he meets the goddess Hestia, his ambitions start to take shape. Bel's journey through perilous dungeons and life-or-death battles shares striking similarities with Jinwoo's rise from an E-rank hunter to an unstoppable force. Both characters start from humble beginnings, gradually overcoming insurmountable odds in their quests for greatness. Up next, the Rising of the Shield hero introduces the Waves of Catastrophe, a mysterious and devastating threat to the kingdom of Melromark. To combat this disaster, 4 heroes from modern Japan are summoned to take up legendary weapons, with Naofumi Iwatani inheriting the shield. Unlike the others, Naofumi quickly becomes an outcast, betrayed and struggling to survive in a world that sees him as weak. The concept of monstrous invasions echoes solo leveling's gates, where deadly creatures spill into the world, forcing humanity to fight back. However, while Jinwoo quickly embraces his newfound strength, Naofumi's path is more reluctant and fraught with distrust. Despite these differences, both protagonists must rise above adversity to reshape their destinies. The Devil is a Part-Timer takes a completely different approach, blending humor and fantasy. Sadao Mao, once a fearsome demon lord, finds himself exiled to modern-day Japan, where he now works part-time at MG Ronald's. Though he's lost his demonic might, Mao still dreams of one day reclaiming his former glory. In contrast, Jinwoo's journey in solo leveling is about gaining overwhelming power, whereas Mao must learn to navigate a world that sees him as weak. However, despite their differing paths, both characters share an unyielding drive to rise above their circumstances and achieve greatness. Before we dive into the next anime, if you've ever wanted to learn how to draw anime and manga characters, Anime Art Academy is the perfect place to start. The best part, you can take a few classes for free to get a taste of what you'll learn before committing to a full course. So, check out the link in the video description or pinned comment to claim your free spot today. Next up, we have the Cautious Hero. This series introduces Seiya Ryugen, a hero summoned to protect the world of Gaybrand. Despite his overwhelming power, Seiya's extreme caution leads him to use excessive force against even the weakest enemies, creating a humorous contrast with his abilities. While Seiya is careful to an absurd degree, his core journey still shares similarities with Jinwoo's. Both heroes strive for power, yet Seiya's meticulous planning contrasts sharply with Jinwoo's relentless drive to take on challenges head-on. Shifting the focus to Akashic records of bastard magic instructor, the story follows Glenn Radars, a reluctant teacher at the Alzano Imperial Magic Academy. Initially dismissive of his students, Glenn is soon forced to step up as darker forces threaten the academy. For those who enjoy solo leveling's magical battles, Akashic Records delivers a similar thrill. Glenn's fight against shadowy enemies and hidden conspiracies mirrors Jinwoo's relentless battles against increasingly powerful foes. Turning to another world-traveling protagonist, Death March to the Parallel World Rhapsody introduces Ichiro Sato Suzuki, a programmer unexpectedly transported into an RPG-like fantasy world. Instead of struggling to survive, Sato is granted immense power early on, instantly leveling up and setting off on an overpowered journey. Unlike Jinwoo, who earns his strength through sheer determination and brutal battles, Sato's rapid rise to power comes easily. However, both characters share the experience of navigating a new world, growing stronger, and deciding how to wield their abilities. Stepping into the world of virtual reality, Sword Art Online remains one of the most iconic anime in the genre. The stakes couldn't be higher. Players trapped inside the game must fight to survive, as death in the game means death in real life. Much like solo leveling, SAO follows a protagonist who must adapt, grow stronger, and face overwhelming foes to protect himself and those he cares about. Kirito's rise through the virtual battlegrounds is reminiscent of Jinwoo's ascent in a world filled with deadly gates. Diving into a darker, high-stakes narrative, Hell's Paradise introduces a brutal survival story. Death row prisoners are sent to a mysterious island, tasked with finding the secret to immortality. But with only one survivor allowed, the competition quickly turns into a bloodbath. This setup closely parallels solo leveling's unforgiving world, where strength determines survival. Gabimaru, much like Jinwoo, undergoes a transformation as he battles increasingly powerful enemies while uncovering the island's dangerous secrets. On a different note, I'm in Love with the Villainous takes a refreshing approach to the isekai genre. Ray Taylor, reincarnated into a romance game, decides to defy expectations and pursue the game's villainess, Claire, rather than the traditional love interests. While this series is more romance-focused, Ray's determination to forge her own path despite obstacles mirrors Jinwoo's defiance against fate. Both protagonists refuse to be bound by the rules of their worlds, making for an engaging and unconventional story. Frieren Beyond Journey's End presents a deeply reflective tale centered around time and loss. The story follows Frieren, an immortal elven mage, as she grapples with the fleeting nature of human life long after her legendary journey has ended. Death Note is a psychological thriller that follows Light Yagami, who gains the power to control life and death with the titular notebook. Though its tone is more subdued than solo leveling, both series feature protagonists who game the system and navigate a world where their powers make them a target. Like Jinwoo, Light's power changes the dynamics of his world and forces him to confront both moral and practical challenges. Fans of solo leveling will find similarities in the way both characters manipulate their surroundings. Shifting gears, Dandadan may seem vastly different from solo leveling at first glance, but both feature underdog heroes who discover special powers. Ken Takakura, like Jinwoo, grows stronger as the series progresses, with each new challenge pushing him further. The series also delves into a world filled with supernatural mysteries and monsters, with Ken and Momo uncovering secrets as they rise in power, echoing Jinwoo's journey from weakness to immense strength. Next up, Kaiju Number 8 presents another compelling underdog story. Based on the popular manga, the series follows Kafka Hibino, a cleanup agent working after kaiju battles who unexpectedly transforms into a kaiju himself. Using his newfound powers, Kafka fights other monsters and joins the task force aiming to eliminate them. Like solo leveling, the protagonist starts from the bottom, but Kafka's transformation into a kaiju adds an interesting layer to his journey. Kaiju Number 8 shares themes of immense growth and intense battles, making it a perfect watch for fans of underdog heroes like Sung Jinwoo. For those who love adventure and dungeon exploration, Magi, The Labyrinth of Magic is a captivating choice. The story centers around Alibaba Saluja, a young adventurer who seeks to conquer dangerous dungeons, uncover treasures, and shape the world around him. Filled with rich world building and exciting journeys, this anime captures the same adventurous spirit and excitement that solo leveling fans will love. On a different note, Yoshifumi Tezuka's Undead Unluck merges action with comedy, creating an exciting and entertaining experience. The story follows Fuko Izumi and Andy, two individuals cursed with powers that have pushed them to seek death. But when their paths cross, they must work together to survive a murderous secret organization. Like Solo Leveling, Undead Unluck features superpowered individuals, intense action, and engaging character dynamics that will keep you hooked. Diving into darker themes, Fullmetal Alchemist. Brotherhood tells the tragic story of two brothers, Edward and Alphonse Elric, who pay the ultimate price for attempting forbidden alchemy. Their loss sets them on a journey to restore what was taken, facing a world filled with dark secrets and powerful foes. Like Sung Jinwoo, their journey is one of profound personal growth and self-discovery, making this series a must-watch for solo leveling fans who love action with emotional depth and thought-provoking themes. Speaking of supernatural battles, Jujutsu Kaisen follows high schooler Yuji Itadori as he's thrust into the world of curses and sorcery after encountering a cursed object. Like Sung Jinwoo, Yuji rises from an ordinary life to face extraordinary challenges, gaining immense powers along the way. With its intense action, supernatural battles, and personal growth, Jujutsu Kaisen is a great pick for fans of solo leveling. We can't forget a true classic, One Piece. This legendary series follows Monkey D. Luffy on his quest to find the ultimate treasure and become the king of the pirates. While it primarily focuses on Luffy's adventurous spirit, One Piece shares thematic similarities with solo leveling, such as ambition, personal growth, and friendship. Both series feature epic battles and high stakes, and Luffy's journey of growth mirrors Sung Jinwoo's rise to power. In One Punch Man, Saitama becomes so powerful that he can defeat any opponent with a single punch. However, the thrill of battle fades, and he longs for a challenge. His meeting with the cyborg Genos changes everything. Like Sung Jinwoo, Saitama undergoes a dramatic transformation and faces an internal struggle to find excitement in his life. One Punch Man balances humor with intense action and offers a unique take on the hero's journey. Moving on to another powerful journey, Black Clover follows Asta and Yuno, two childhood friends who aspire to become the Wizard King. Despite Asta's lack of magic, he refuses to give up and eventually receives a powerful grimoire. The series explores their rivalry and growth, and much like solo leveling, features epic battles, magical powers, and an underdog hero determined to prove his worth. Shifting focus to a more personal transformation, My Hero Academia follows Izuka Midoriya, a quirkless boy in a world where 80% of the population has superpowers. Despite his lack of powers, Midoriya is chosen by the legendary hero All Might and inherits his quirk. His journey, much like Sung Jinwoo's in solo leveling, is one of incredible personal transformation and growth. With intense battles and a compelling character arc, My Hero Academia is perfect for fans of solo leveling who enjoy stories of overcoming adversity. Next, Hunter x Hunter follows Gon Freaks, a young boy who embarks on a journey to find his father. Along the way, he faces moral dilemmas, powerful foes, and life-changing challenges. Much like solo leveling, Hunter x Hunter is filled with intense action and character development, making it a must-watch for fans who enjoy stories of growth and personal transformation. Shifting gears slightly, Bleach tells the story of Ichigo Kurosaki, an ordinary teenager who is thrust into the world of soul reapers and supernatural threats. Much like Sung Jinwoo, Ichigo is transformed from an ordinary individual into a powerful force, navigating the challenges and moral dilemmas of his new world. Bleach shares many themes with solo leveling, including growth, power, and the responsibilities that come with newfound strength. Now, let's dive into a darker world with Chainsaw Man, which follows Denji, a boy born into an unforgiving world where survival is a constant struggle. After a tragic event, Denji's life takes a dramatic turn, and he gains extraordinary powers. Like Sung Jinwoo, Denji is an underdog who faces immense hardships but rises to fight for survival. With dark themes, intense action, and a brutal world, Chainsaw Man explores the darker side of human nature, much like solo leveling. Lastly, Goblin Slayer follows the title character, a silver-ranked adventurer dedicated to eradicating goblins. His relentless quest takes him into dangerous dungeons where he faces numerous challenges, much like Sung Jinwoo in Solo Leveling. Both heroes are driven by a singular purpose and face intense battles against formidable foes, exploring a more unconventional take on adventure. Delicious in Dungeon adds a unique twist to the dungeon crawling genre. What sets this series apart is its focus on survival, not just through combat, but through cooking the very monsters the characters defeat. While Solo Leveling leans into high-intensity fights, Delicious in Dungeon balances humor with life-or-death situations, offering a fresh take on the dungeon exploring formula. Both series emphasize strategy and resourcefulness, though in vastly different ways. As the action intensifies, Attack on Titan presents a different kind of struggle. Hajime Isayama's masterpiece tells the intense, bloody tale of Eren Yeager, whose life is forever altered after witnessing his mother's gruesome death at the hands of a Titan. Fueled by vengeance, Eren embarks on a relentless journey, one that takes him through political intrigue, emotional turmoil, and the grim realities of war. Much like Solo Leveling, Eren's transformation from an underdog hero to a feared powerhouse mirrors Jinwoo's own evolution. Both characters grapple with the immense burden of power and the world's fear of what they have become, making their journeys eerily parallel in their descent into darkness. And that's a wrap, Nerd Insiders. Whether you love dungeon crawling, overpowered protagonists, or epic battles, there's an anime here for every Solo Leveling fan. Which of these are you adding to your watch list? Or did we miss an anime that deserves a shout-out? Let us know in the comments. If you had fun, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you never miss out on the best anime and gaming content. Thanks for watching What's Up Nerd Insider, and we'll catch you in the next one.